G'day and welcome to the NBL1 Show, a massive show coming up for you. We've got a few of our conferences heading into their last round, very much at the pointy end of the season, right around the country. My name is Joel Peterson, NBL1 National Finals MVP. Beck Cole is with me. Hello, Beck.
Hey, JP.
It is very exciting this time of year. We head into our last round in a few competitions. I'm interested in your thoughts. As a player this time of year, are you nervous? Are you excited? What's going through your mind?
You're excited. This is what you've been training and playing for all season. Obviously, some teams, it's still nerve-wracking. You're trying to clinch final spots, top 4, top 8, what is it? And then you're ready to go. Everyone wants this championship. We're fighting for it. Some people who lost last year, they have that fire in the belly. Others, they're trying to go back-to-back. So if you're an NBL1 fan right now, make sure you're tuning in because these games are going to get juicy.
Absolutely. There's teams that are riding a wave and riding hot streaks, teams trying to find their best. They're at different points of the season, so it is a fascinating time of year. Let's take a little bit of a look at what's to play for. So the Central, the South, the East, final round of the season this weekend. A little bit to go in the West and in the North. So the men's Central, now this thing's locked away. Top 5. And that is the top 5. Sharif Black, the leading scorer for the Sturt Sabres, unfortunately won't be finishing in the postseason. The Forestville Eagles are red hot at the moment. The women's, there is a little bit of movement to be had here. So South Adelaide can still make it. Woodville occupy that final spot at the moment. Woodville play Central this weekend, and then South play Norwood. So you would think, based on ladder positions, both potentially winnable games, that battle for the final spot in the NBL1 Central Women's will be fascinating. In the South, Beck, we'll start with the men. There's a lot to play for here. So Casey and Ballarat, that's going to be a massive game on Sunday. The final game of the season could decide who makes it here. Sandringham are riding the wave at the moment. We know that Mount Gambier are always strong, and Knox, the defending champions, of course, both in this conference and nationally. And in the women's, your Waverley Falcons have locked up a spot. You're potentially got top 4 on the line. And then the Ringwood Hawks have played their games. They are done. They've got a couple of games, hopefully, that go their way this weekend. So there's a bit to play for here. There
is. That's what's so exciting. It's the last game of the regular season, but there's still spots to be taken. And what's hard, if you're trying to get one of these spots and there's a team that's below the bracket not making it, they have nothing to lose. They're almost the hardest games. But we have to play this weekend a doubleheader against Kilsyth and Melbourne Tigers. If we win both, we can clinch that 4th spot. And again, that gives us a second chance round. And the Rangers, they're going in. They have a tough one as well this weekend. So the South, I love it. It just shows how good this conference is.
Yep. Knox have won, I think it's 11 in a row. You've won 4 in a row at Waverley. Geelong's won 20 in a row because they haven't been beaten as yet, which, again, is a remarkable achievement. They could clinch that undefeated regular season this weekend.
It's super impressive. I feel like we've been saying it every week because they keep on winning. It's so good, and knowing that you're going into finals in rhythm, your team's humming, like the chemistry, it's just flowing. But personally, I also get super nervous about not dropping a game. Because if you're doing that first round, how are you going to respond? Or if you verse a team and it's challenging and it's up and down the scoreboards, do you know or do you have what it takes to get back in it? So it makes me nervous. But like I said last week, I want to get that 4th spot. I want to go to Geelong and I want to win that game and get their first L.
That would be all kinds of fun if that matchup does eventuate. So that's what's at play in the South over the course of the weekend, and that Sunday game in the men's, Casey Ballarat, is going to be fascinating. In the East, this is pretty wide open, to be perfectly honest, and the permutations are all over the shop. So 6th to 10th can change in the men. There's some games between these two teams as well. So Bankstown play on Friday night. They've got Central Coast on Sunday. They've won their last 4. Of course, they're a pretty loaded squad. Newcastle and Central Coast, they play each other. They're both in the mix here as well. The women's, I think it's mathematically possible that 13th could still make the finals. I don't think it's going to happen because it'd need all kinds of things to go wrong for the teams further up the ladder. But again, there are games to be played here. It's a realistic possibility that Sydney in 10th could still make that final situation in the East as well. So that's going to be the conference maybe to watch in terms of just the range of outcomes across the course of the weekend. But never a better reason to be tuned into NBL1.com.au, of course, the app, the place to go for all of those results as they are unfolding across the course of the weekend. A cool story we touched on last week, Beck, is that Boali Bales, who of course he's Sydney Comets, play in that NBL1 East. He's over at Summer League with Dave O'Hickey at the moment over in Las Vegas. A really cool opportunity for him, a massive moment in his career. And NBL Media's Pete Hooley caught up with him over in Vegas.
Boali Bales, New York Knicks. Talk me through though. Did you call bank?
Yeah, in my head, I called bank. Nah, I mean, I was just sitting for like 37, 38 minutes. So as soon as I was open, I just let it fly. And, I guess a little bit of luck and time in the gym was on my side.
Tell me about this experience though, because now you've gone in a couple of times and we're seeing the Boali Bales that we love. And you're getting up and in and you look like you're just, one, relishing every opportunity, but two, just loving all of this.
Nah, for sure. It's definitely something I dreamed of being here in this position. And I'm definitely grateful for it. So 2 minutes, 40 minutes, I've always just been, no matter what time I get, I'm going to go out and give 100% no matter what. And yeah, just soaking in this experience, man. There's a lot of great players, a lot of players in the league, a lot of great coaches, everybody here. So, just trying to show what I can do in the little time that I get and just hopefully build off that.
Is it surreal to see your last name on an NBA jersey?
Surreal. Like, I think the night before, like when I picked up my game loop, we had to drop off our training loops and pick up our game loops. And I just took a photo straight of my jersey, sent it to my mum. Like, obviously this is not like the end where I want to be, but, my first stamp of something NBA is like, it's still a dream come true in a sense, and it's still a surreal feeling seeing my name attached to something like that, let alone a historic team like the Knicks, so much history and stuff behind it. And, I grew up, obviously, watching a lot of NBA, and Knicks was one of the first teams I watched, so.
Very Pete Hooley areas, bailing someone up in a corridor like that, but it's an awesome story, Boali Bales, from literally the NBL1 over to Summer League in the NBA.
And you just said it right there. How good is it to see another guy living out his dreams, playing from in the NBL1 into Summer League? You've gone from the Sydney Comets to the New York Knicks, not too shabby. So good luck to him, because you're living out your wildest dreams.
Yep, and he knows that New York's Knick top, that is his. he didn't go and buy it. It's not merchandise. That was Boali Bales' New York Knicks top. That'll be no doubt framed at some point in his pool room. It is time for our Red Bull Energy Moments of the Week. Of course, you can vote for your chance to win. NBL1.com.au/EMOTW. Head to the app, head to the website. You'll find all the links there. Last couple of weeks, Beck, we've started out west. We're going to start in the great state of South Australia this week. The mighty South Aussies kicking us off. Here's Bella Sharftenar from the Eastern Mavericks. Hasn't gone their way this season, but that is a very nice little lefty finish.
It is a nice, classy spin move. I think that move is so underestimated. And stay tuned, because we have a few spin cycles happening so far.
Yeah, we do. We've got more spin cycles than a washing machine shop this week, so just keep an eye out for those in the next little while. This one I liked a lot. So this is South Adelaide. This is Chris Brandon. So he's out on the wing there. And what I like about Chris Brandon is he's got 2 first names and he's got 2 hands on the lob jam. Just for safety, the reverse, there's a lot to like about that.
I don't know, obviously I don't see this a lot in the women's game, but how do you even catch that ball and dunk, like you said, in reverse? That has to be almost my #1 favourite Red Bull moment.
Yeah, coordination that us mere mortals can't us mere mortals can't comprehend. I do not put you in that category at all. Let's go to the East now for our Red Bull Energy Moments of the Week. Elijah Stevens for the Newcastle Falcons. This was nice, just a straight rip from out on the perimeter.
Again, what a good move, keeping that dribble alive, gets past his player. That first step, that was quick, and again, a nice finish.
And Julian Redmond from the Bankstown Bruins. Of course, the Bruins in the thick of the playoff conversation in the men's side of things. Just a little step back from the perimeter.
Again, good ball movement, great step back. Not going to lie, that was tough, because that defender had a hand right in her face.
An endorsement of Beck Cole here for our Red Bull Energy Moments of the Week. Now let's go to the south. I like it when players live up to their name. And this is Tyler Hooper showing exactly why that is what she's called.
Oof, this move was sweet. She had the spin move, had the footwork, got the defender on skates, and a nice finish left. that was good.
And then from craft to just sheer power and athleticism with Malif Machar, who signed this week with Melbourne United as a fully rostered player. Hopefully we see a bit more of this come the NBL1 or the NBL season.
I don't even know how he got up. He got past his player and then next minute he was just up in the air with a one-hand jam. That was... I would have gone off chops if I was there at that game.
And our prayers to Malif's ankle as well, which I assume he's totally fine after that play. This is the confusing one. So we start in the north here. The highlight is not what you think it is from the start here from Cameron Gordon. Quarterback pass. Is that the highlight? No, sir. The block.
How he got back from that quarterback pass, because I was the same. I was like, oh, this is a nice pass. And then I was like, oh, that's not the highlight. So way to get back and defend.
Yeah, cornerback beats quarterback on that occasion. And then Mia Lloyd from the Cairns Dolphins. And one thing we know about Mia Lloyd is just that she's very, very smooth with it.
I love that she goes up with this jump shot, gets fouled and makes the bucket, because you could tell she pulled off her arm being like, hey, I got fouled. And then her second foul, she showed them how it's done. Yeah,
indeed. Let's finish out west. Grace Berg from the Mandurah Magic. Again, with a nice little highlight here. A little no-look pass against the Perth Redbacks.
Don't we love just to chuck over the top, out of bounds, over the back pass, and again, nice finish.
And then this is almost like one we saw from you a few weeks ago. Elijah Pepper dialing up the running man from distance.
This guy, he just can't get out of our highlight talk. He's always in the reels and the videos and off 1 foot, off a double stagger screen. Come on, Pepper.
Just does what he wants. He's having a superb season out with the Warwick Senators. So nbl1.com.au/EMOTW. Head to the app, head to the website. You'll find the links there to vote for your chance to win in our Red Bull Energy Moments of the Week this week. We always keep an eye out on the socials for some good stuff across the course of the week. We've gone to the Central again which was a bit of a goldmine this week, the Central, as far as our NBL1 show is concerned. I spotted one and you spotted one from Woodville. So we're going to raise those here. We know that Jazz Fijo has been playing footy for Sturt this season, so she's playing there as well as her playing duties with Woodville, having a terrific season, going back to the Lightning in the WNBL as well in the upcoming year. A couple of our imports went to watch her play footy over the course of the weekend and found out that it's not quite like how basketball works. Take a look. So Ida Marie Anderson and Laura Erikstrup, I think they expected a foul would be called or something there, Beck.
Well, imports, they're not used to AFL, let alone they see their teammate every week in Jazz. Yeah, it being physical, but she got fully taken out there. But what was good, they had a laugh about it, and thank God Jazz ended with a smile so she can still play a basketball game next week.
And then the footy connection, this is one that you spotted.
Erin Phillips. How does she do it? She hasn't lost her touch. Let's take a look. As soon as it leaves her foot, she goes, yep, and walks away. She knows.
Shooter's touch, right? Shooter's touch. Australian Football Hall of Famer, Crows legend, former power captain. Family's done everything in footy and basketball, and what a talent she is. And hopefully we see her and Woodville, for their sake, fighting it out in the NBL1 Central playoffs, because they are right on the bubble as far as that goes. They're going to be part of the action this weekend as the race to those finals in the NBL1 Central continues. One thing we do like to do here on the NBL1 show, of course, is take a little bit of a deeper look into some players with the Scout. So let's kick it off this week. Beck, we're going to the NBL1 East.
We sure are. We have Katie Jones from the Albury Wodonga Bandits. Now, there is something in the water over there because she shot 9 3-pointers. I don't know what they're drinking, but we need some of it here in the South. So she finished that weekend dropping 46 points, plus add 3 rebounds and 5 assists to her tally. And her threes were hard. There were step backs off the dribble, as well as getting down in transition and finishing it, but her highlight reel, impressive.
Yeah, Riley Lupford's just sort of said, hey, Katie, I threw down the challenge, 55, and Katie said, yeah, I reckon I could have a bit of that. And yeah, whatever is in the Murray at the moment, I would go down, take a very big glass and maybe boil it and then drink it, because there's clearly something good going on in that part of the world. I'm going to go to the South for ours in the men's competition. Kelly Leopepe, who's one of our favourites, of course, for his exploits, particularly in the strong room. But he's been making the NBL1 South Court his strong room at the moment. Of course, Knox at top of the table. He's going back to the Sydney Kings in the NBL season as well. Just across the course of the weekend, 32.5 points, 9 rebounds, a very big weekend for a team that's going splendidly in the South.
What a way to show out. And what I really like about him is he's very undersized for a big man. But like we said, it doesn't matter his height because his structure is strong and he's so versatile. And you need to get your work done early as a defender because otherwise he's going to bully ball you inside the key.
So a big weekend. Knox will be a big part of the NBL1 South playoffs, no doubt about that, and he is primed for a big season in the NBL coming off whatever comes in the NBL1. Of course, national finals just around the corner there in Canberra as well, so a very exciting time ahead for the Knox Raiders, our defending men's national champions. Let's check in with some more highlights from across the course of the week. It is time for our Amy top men's and women's plays.
I've always put a focus on Mosquito Lewis as well, but if she can keep rolling from Ballarat's point of view and Laura Taylor, going to make it a bit of a challenging stop. How's the crossover?
Move. What a move. And the drops.
The screen from Stevens doesn't do much.
It's good defense on the Redbacks here. Shot clock's going to beat them.
And it does.
Oh
my goodness. Jacob just pulled the rabbit out of the hat.
And Heath the other way.
Oh,
off the end.
how good's that? Where's the stat column for buckets on your knees?
She's going at Levecki. The kick out. Matthews for 3. That's high. Oh, look at the start bench and thoughts erupt.
They're shooting it with confidence. That team in the first 6 minutes of the game, where have they gone? That was a completely different team. It looked like the Space Jam ball had taken their skills there to start this game, but here we go.
Speaking of,
Hook dance, no good. Wrap the lob to Munyong. Some fast-paced action here at Dandenong on a Friday night. It's no use having all that size if it's sitting on the bench in foul trouble. Ponjak. Oh, Ponjak! Oh, he smacked his own head there, but that was a monster block.
What a play! The hustle from Malawach. This is the half-court shot. Go! And they make it! What a last 10 seconds of the half.
A lot of tough screens set at the top of the keyway. Sheree Black attached again, blocked by Mayan.
Right, good. Look at the two. Lightning come out, and Mackenzie's looking back to Wilson. Throws it up. Oh my goodness! Woo!
Up and in, Ollie Hammond, fling it, does, and hits it. Ollie Hammond, the Hammond head hits it, and it'll count. Ollie Hammond.
A nice little buzzer beater to finish off our top men's and women's plays, thanks to our friends at Amy. And it's nice to see that Carly Mijovic's shot from the floor is catching on around the NBL1 South.
It is. It's trending now. Who's going to do it better falling on the floor and finishing a nice pure shot?
Nice bit of tactical innovation. Beck, thanks for your company. Good to see you and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, JP. Hopefully when I see you next week, I've clinched that 4th spot.
Good luck to all of our teams that are fighting for playoff spots this weekend. Of course, in the north and the west, a little bit more to go. Going to be a massive weekend of NBL1 basketball. Make sure you enjoy it and enjoy your KO Game of the Week.